on the meaning, the beauty, the mystique of what's your connection to vampires?
Well, it feels like it's hard to know when things happen and what predates what, really. Sometimes it feels like everything's happening at the same time. In kind of real dog years, we made this film last year, and Bowie and I made that film with Floria Sigismondi earlier this one, so yeah. But I always feel like we made that Bowie video about 10 years ago somehow, I don't know. Vampires, why are we so fascinated by them? I suppose because they live these long, potentially never-ending lives. And we're all so terrified of thinking about mortality that we'd rather think about being immortal. And there's something about the way they live in the kind of wainscoting of life. You know, they're in the backwaters. And I think one of the things that I love in this film is the sort of the idea of invisible lives, invisible work, unclaimed work, or that feeling of making work and not wanting it to go out in the world, but just putting it out into the ether somehow. I think that's that whole idea of invisibility and yet existing invisibly is really beautiful. And it was, I think, as you said, it was always coming, this film, for Jim somehow. I was never surprised when Jim said to me, let's make a vampire film. I mean, I felt like saying you've been making vampire films for years. It feels a very, very natural state, that sort of invisible, immortal world.
Ultimate antidote to celebrity in that case?
I wouldn't know what that is. I'm much, much happier and more akin to the invisible state.
What was your approach to